Hey guys, Rick Kern of TV Scaly Adventures, and today I'm here with one of the coolest kids I've ever met, and that is Zechariah Cartledge. And Zechariah, you have a really awesome thing that you're doing to honor law enforcement. And you know, law enforcement is one of our real big passions. We've filmed several episodes with them. We believe, like you do, that they're heroes in our community. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
So I am running I'm dedicating my 5Ks and half marathons this year to run 150 individual miles for the 150 police officers that passed away in 2018. But to honor the ones who have already passed away in 2019, I am running around my loop 4 times, which is a mile, with the blue line flag to honor them and what they did in the community.
That's amazing. I mean, this is going to be one fit guy. You're going to be like ready for the Olympics, which is, you know, is great for you. It does bring a sad light to the fact that these heroes lose their lives in our community. I think it's amazing. How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10 years old. So, you know, the great thing is we tell kids all the time that you can make a difference in the world with your voice. And in fact, Pierce was just about 10 years old when we started filming Scaly Adventures, and you know, people told me he was too young and this is a big thing, and clearly you're proving people wrong, right? So you've run, how many miles have you run so far?
I'm not sure. I think I've run 18 miles, like around my town, 5Ks and half marathons.
Right.
But for the blue line flag around my loop, I think I've done 15 or 16.
Amazing. Yeah,
which is really upsetting because 15 or 16 have already passed away in the last 2 months, which is really upsetting. Yeah. It's just war against police, and it has to stop.
It does. And one of the first times as Scaly Adventures we actually really came to realize about officers was in our own hometown. We were actually at a filming location when we learned that Officer Alan Jacobs, who was one of our officers in Greenville, had been shot and killed by a young gang member in the community. And that was when we said, you know, we've really got to do something. And it's amazing to meet young people like you because, you know, a lot of times people think young people don't really pay attention to what's going on in the world, and clearly you're proving that wrong. So I'd love to tell you, you know, keep running. Part of me wishes that you didn't have to run one more mile this year.
Yeah, even though I like running, I don't want to run for this reason because that means more police are passing away and more people are just making dumb decisions to just... Yeah. Well,
maybe if people stop fighting with and harming police officers, you can run instead for how many graduate from the academy. That could be thousands though, right? That could be thousands of miles. But it'd be something much more positive for you to run for. So I also want to have something for you today. And we've got a couple of interesting things. I told you a little bit about Alan Jacobs, the officer that we knew from Greenville. We didn't personally know him, but we heard about him. And so I wanted to present you with, see, this is what happens when you get old, you have to have glasses. This is, what does that say?
It says Master Deputy Devin Hodges.
That's the other guy. So this one is Alan Jacobs, and so I'm going to give you this bracelet, and I'm going to ask that you would run in honor of him. He's a little bit outside of your time window. He was killed in 2016, I believe it was. But I'll ask you to run a mile for him. You look like a guy who'd say, sure,
like on my Facebook page sometime soon?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I thought you meant like right now out there.
No, you don't have to run it right now. I'm sure you probably ate dinner. Yeah. And the second one is, this is actually close to our heart too, because we actually filmed 2 years ago with the Anderson County Sheriff's Department, and one of their deputies was not killed by a perpetrator, but he was actually killed in a training accident. He drowned out in the water while they were doing waterborne operations. But still, that was a line of duty death because he was out there protecting. And that's Master Deputy Devin Hodges. And you'll actually see, if you ever watch our episode On the Go with the ACSO, Deputy Hodges is actually in that episode briefly in the footage, and you can learn more about him as well. But Zechariah, I just really want to commend you. I really want to shake your hand. You know, you're an outstanding young man. You're an inspiration to a lot of people, and you're proof positive to everybody that, you know, young people can make a big difference. And one of the reasons that we got involved, and I'm sure you did too, was because a lot of times police officers see the worst in people, particularly young people. And I know it's just so inspirational when they see someone like you or someone like my son out there being that difference. And I want to thank you for being that difference, because every single one of those fallen law enforcement officers' families out there, and we've spoken to some over the years, they love every moment because it reminds them that their loved one didn't pass away in vain. So again, Zechariah, thank you so much. I hope you never have to run another mile, but I am proud to know that you're out there doing it for us. All right. Oh yeah, and tell us a little bit about your shirt real quick.
So this is the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. If you don't know, they honor police officers and firefighters that passed away in the line of duty. And the foundation actually started by a man named Stephen Siller. He passed away on 9/11. He passed away on 9/11, and he was actually off duty at the time, and he was going to play golf with his brothers when the attack happened. But once he heard about it, since he loved and had a passion for helping others, he turned his truck around to go help. And once he got to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, it was closed off to car traffic, so he grabbed 60 pounds of gear, put it on his back, and ran to the Battery Tunnel. And once he got out of the tunnel, and went to the Twin Towers, unfortunately he passed away and the first tower collapsed. And it took him about 3 miles to get there, so that's why they do a 5K. In New York, and they follow his footsteps to do the same track as he did to get to the Twin Towers. And they don't just do it in New York, they do it all around cities around the United States. And they also honor police officers and firefighters, like I said before. And they build smart homes for them, for our most catastrophically injured service members. And I raised $11,250 last year. And my goal this year is to raise $15,000, $100 for each officer that passed away last year.
Wow. And I see there's a Facebook page on here as well. It says facebook.com running for heroes.
Yes,
Team Zechariah, right?
That's the page where I do all my running with the blue line flag.
Okay.
If you want to, you can go on there, and if an officer passes away, my mom and dad will usually tell you before then. On the Facebook page, but I usually do it 6 or 7 o'clock. So you'll get a notification right before the run if you want to see it, but hopefully it doesn't happen again. So.
That is true. You know, one of the things that really struck me too is we wear bracelets, the Scaly Adventures crew do. In fact, tomorrow we're doing a halo jump, a skydive, and we actually are wearing special forces for guys who won the Medal of Honor. But I made sure that each one of our Scaly crew knew the story of the person that they jump with that band on. And it is very interesting to me that as you're telling me Stephen's story, that you knew it. I mean, almost like verbatim, you know, and that tells me that you care. So what's really cool and what really moves me about this is it's not a kid wearing a headband holding a flag just trying to draw attention to himself. You're really passionately moved by this, and that's really an amazing thing to see. It's a testimony to the kind of young man that you are.
Thank you.
You should be very proud, and your mom and dad should be very proud as well. So give them the Facebook page one more time.
So it's www.facebook.com/runningforheroes. Or you can look up Running for Heroes. But I will be doing runs for the fallen officers, and time to time I will post Facebook videos on there for my normal run events. So time to time I'll be doing that too. But yeah, my Facebook page is Running the number 4 Heroes if you want to go and see it. And yeah.
Well, definitely check him out, guys. And I'll tell you something else too. Not only you check him out, but have your kids come over to the computer, take a look at it too. Because when you're looking at role models, the best place to start for a role model for your kids isn't always the grown-ups. Sometimes it's the young people because they can connect with their own age. And Zechariah here is a definitive role model for anyone his age, frankly, for anyone my age. And it's just very inspiring to see anybody who cares so much for their community and wants to make a difference. So guys, remember, I don't care how old you are, how young you are, how rich, how poor, whatever. If there's something that moves you in this world, and we often say if there's something that causes you pain, that's the thing in life that is your purpose, you know, and teaching other people about it. And clearly this is your pain, and this is your passion, and this is your purpose. And I just really commend you for reaching out into the world and making a difference. Zechariah, thank you so much for being a part of Scaly Adventures, and God bless you for what you do.
No problem.
All right. Check him out, okay?
Bye, guys. And also, guys, for all the fellow officers watching, just thank you so much for your service and what you do every day. You're the ones that inspire me to do what I do, and just thank you so much for what you do to sacrifice your life for other people that you don't even know in your community. And you guys are true heroes, and you're amazing people, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for what you do, and thank you, everybody, and bye.